Hello student, I am Latif sir. Today I will discuss about ICSE class 7 chemistry. The topic is physical and chemical change. On this topic, this is my third video. In the previous video, I have already discussed about the properties of a chemical reaction or chemical changes. Today I will discuss about chemical equation and types of chemical reaction. Let's see what is the chemical equation. A chemical change resulting in the formation of one or more new substances is called chemical reaction. A chemical change resulting in the formation of one or more new substances is called chemical equation. And the representation of a chemical reaction using symbol and formula of the element or compounds involved in the reaction is known as chemical equation. So what is chemical equation? Chemical equation is the representation of a chemical change or chemical reaction using symbol and formula of elements or compound involved in the reaction. The chemicals or chemical substances that participate in the chemical reaction are called reactant, and the new substances formed due to the chemical reaction are called or are known as products. So what are reactant and product? Reactant are the substances undergoing in chemical change or chemical reaction, and products are the substances that formed due to the chemical reaction. Consider the reaction between magnesium and oxygen to form magnesium oxide. In this reaction, magnesium and oxygen undergoing in the chemical change. That's why magnesium and oxygen here are reactants, and magnesium oxide is the product. And this symbolic representation of the reaction is known as chemical equation. Now, type of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are classified in the following types. First, combination reaction or synthesis reaction. Second, decomposition reaction. Third, single displacement reaction. Fourth, double displacement reaction. These are the classification of chemical reaction. So let's see first single displacement reaction. Yeah, first one is synthesis or combination reaction. So what is a synthesis or combination reaction? In this type of reaction, two or more substances combine to form one new substance or product. So in the combination reaction, two or more substances directly combine to form one new substance or product. For example, reaction between hydrogen and oxygen to form water H2. Here you can see hydrogen and oxygen directly combine to form H2O. So here, this is an example of combination reaction. Similarly, there are lots of example of combination reaction. For example, N2 plus H2, that is reaction between ammonia, hydrogen and nitrogen. Reaction between nitrogen and hydrogen. N2 plus 3H2 implies 2NH3. So here this is also a synthesis or combination reaction. Now decomposition reaction. Decomposition means in this type of chemical reaction, a compound breaks down into two or more substances, just opposite of combination reaction. In decomposition reaction, a single compound breaks down into two or more substances. So this is a here example is given when AgCl exposed to sunlight. AgCl means silver chloride. AgCl, silver chloride, when exposed in sunlight, it breaks down into silver and chlorine gas. So the reaction chemical equation is 2AgCl implies 2Ag plus Cl2. When AgCl exposed to in sunlight breaks into silver and chlorine gas. So this is a decomposition reaction. Okay, and generally decomposition reaction is carried out by heat, sunlight, or any other types of energy like sound energy. Third, single displacement reaction. In this reaction, atoms of one element displace the atoms of another element from a compound. First, see the example CuSO4 plus Fe. Here, Fe displaces Cu from CuSO4 to form FeSO4 plus Cu. Here, Fe displaces Cu from CuSO4 to form FeSO4 plus Cu. This is an example of single displacement reaction. That is, when iron is dipped in copper sulfate solution, then iron displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, and copper and iron sulfate solution is formed. The chemical equation given is CuSO4 plus Fe implies FeSO4 plus Cu. And the last, double displacement reaction. In this reaction, atom of two compounds switch places to form two new compounds. See the example. HCl plus NaOH implies NaCl plus H2. Here you can also think that here mutual exchange of cations. Na plus change their position, and Na plus adds with Cl minus ion to form NaCl, and H plus combine with OH minus to form H2. So this double displacement means in this reaction atom of two compounds switch places to form two new compounds. For example, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide react, then two new compounds sodium chloride and water are formed. Okay, here mutual exchange of radical in double displacement reaction. Now crystallization. What is crystallization? You know what are crystal? Crystal are the substance, solid substance having definite shape and geometry. You know that, for example, NaCl, salt used in our daily life, in our house. Uh, some pure substances which are solid at room temperature form crystals. The process of formation of crystals is known as crystallization. So crystals are the solid substances that have a definite shape and geometry, and the process of formation of crystal is known as crystallization. The process of crystallization is an example of physical change. You have to remember that the process of crystallization is a physical change, while rusting of iron is a chemical change. The process of crystallization is an example of physical change. By obtaining crystal, we are able to purify certain substances. Pure sugar, urea, copper sulfate, alum, and table salts form crystals. The salt obtained by evaporation of many impurities such as sand, magnesium chloride, etc. The impure salt can be purified by the crystallization process. The impure salt can be purified by the crystallization process. For crystallization, a large number of salt dissolved. This is a procedure of crystallization. For crystallization, a large number of salt dissolved in water and allowed to boil to obtain a saturated solution. Then you have to filter the solution, saturated solution, to remove impurity. So this is the entire process of crystallization. Here one example is given: crystallization of copper sulfate. You can see in the left side beaker. In China dish there are copper sulfate solution, which and below the China dish there is a beaker which containing, below the China dish there is a beaker containing water, boiling water. Okay, now it is heating to boil the water, and copper sulfate solution become, after some time copper sulfate solution become saturated solution. And now remove the burner from the burner and stop boiling. After some time the temperature will cool, and you will see the formation of crystal of copper sulfate, crystal of copper sulfate. Thank you.